Hello, friends. It's Chapo.
It's never like every 7 years the government has to give $500 billion for health insurance to keep working, kind of.
Yeah, they just have to keep shoving cash into the maw to keep it alive.
Well, when we're talking about batty birds in Europe, I guess the other big news from the week. Wouldn't you know it? Italy's gone fascist again.
They did it. Christopher Maloney.
Okay, and look, here's what I want to say about this. I don't know her name. You know, some
Christopher Maloney.
Christopher Maloney.
Christopher Maloney. Look, there's a lot of stuff like, okay, Italy's gone fascist again. You know, the Mussolini days are back. If there is one thing that the CIA, deep state, America, KKK, imperialism is afraid of and does not want, it's putting fascists in charge of Italy. This is a major blow to the U.S. deep state, CIA, back America, KKK, imperialism.
The security state is furious. They would never, in post-war Italy, do you think they would ever run a decades-long program with a far right-wing Italian government? Never. I cannot imagine them doing that.
Well, hold on a minute, though. I mean, you have that, but then she's making all these noises about opposing, the EU and NATO and supporting. What is this? Oh no, I'm saying she's in favor.
Yeah.
She's in favor of all that shit. She loves NATO. She loves EU. She wants to bomb Putin. What exactly is the conflict here? Where are they not someone that you're going to do business with? Okay,
wait, hold on a second, Matt. The one thing she will do is just start openly sinking boats of migrants in the Mediterranean. Okay, hold on. I'm getting news here that Italy's been doing that.
They already
They've already been doing that.
They already did.
Okay, so she can be doing more of that.
That's that. Well, or honestly, she probably will be doing a little more of it. But what will change will be the emphasis on it. Now that there's a fascist in Italy, all the stuff they do in the Mediterranean to murder migrants becomes a story in a way it wouldn't have been under the technocratic Draghi government that they used to have that all the Western liberals loved. Now you might have like this perception that she's doing the fascism when in fact she's doing what any government in Italy is going to do now, which is kill fucking migrants in the Mediterranean. And it's just going to be a narrative now where it's a part of this political project when in reality we're just telling a story around an unchangeable series of policies that are being carried out everywhere.
Yeah, it's their kids in cages.
Yeah.
I love the idea that like an actual like Eurosceptic would govern in Italy.
Yeah.
Like the idea of them leaving the EU. What the fuck do they have there? Like what the fuck? Like probably, I think this, I've been thinking about this. Italy is the most fucked up country where you can get a nice apartment. And that is solely because they're like in the, because they're riding in the slipstream.
What do you mean by the most fucked up country where you can get a nice apartment?
Okay. A country where the apartments are normal. It's not like Russia where like, even
a bear lives in it.
Yeah, a bear lives in it, and somehow like a brand new building, like a building built in 2020. The wallpaper is like brown and peeling off somehow.
The wallpaper is actually a rug someone nailed to the wall.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
I wish, there are so many countries where just nobody has a nice apartment. Your only option to even live in a place that isn't repulsive is to be an oligarch. So many countries like that. Italy's institutions are as fucked up as most of those places.
It's not a country. It's not a functioning government.
No, they didn't really unify.
Yeah.
You're not tricking me with that. There was a mafia guy who had something like 20 bodies, and they're like, you don't have to go to prison because you're too fat. That's not a real country.
No.
But you can get an email job there.
Yeah.
You can get a nice apartment. You can hire a dog walker through an app.
And that's entirely because there are fucked up kid that we keep sending checks to every month.
Yeah.
To keep them from getting onto the hard drugs.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Christopher Maloney, but at least he made the app dog walkers arrive on time.
I love the people, the right wingers who are like, they're like, oh, well, look at this, another victory for us, and it's like, oh, the prime ministership of Italy. That's definitely going to be a thing in 9 months.
That's a jewel in your crown.
Yeah, most stable governments on the fucking planet.
I did like all of the Tory graph and like the British conservatives being like, calling Christopher Maloney far right is slander. She just believes all the same things we do. Yeah. You can't call us Nazis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She did that big speech about like, why are you opposed to the family, blah, blah, blah. Sort of sounding like DeSantis there, but yeah, just she instantly said go in dry to the EU. Like, you know, like she the first person she said hello to when she got elected was Zell Disney.
Yep.
She was like, "Hey, Zell Disney, I can't wait to meet you. I love you."
And now her first act in power was to cut a $500 or 500 lira. No, I'm sorry, that's not here anymore. Cut a 500 euro subsidy for like the poorest people in Italy. Gone. That's going to really do great with the family structures of those people who aren't going to get that money anymore. It's going to be so much easier for them to live as a family now with that much greater degree of financial insecurity.
Oh, another interesting sort of characteristic of Christopher Maloney, and just, I don't know, like European fascism in general, is that, like Varg, she believes Tolkien's Lord of the Rings to be actual history. She's a huge Tolkien fan.
I feel like that's like Obama writing about Palestine when he was in grad school. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine she believes anything that cool, like, anymore. You know, it would be awesome if someone tried to govern on Varg's ideology. But I unfortunately look, if it's gonna happen anywhere, if it's gonna happen in any like real country, give or take Italy, it's good. You know, it'll happen there. But I don't believe her, unfortunately. She's just another fucking boring European
She
politician.
knows what these people want to hear. Oh,
Yeah.
you like anime and Tolkien? I like that stuff too. It's
Yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
Well, just a little bit back to just refocus here back to the United States, the place that matters. Folks, I know we were all looking forward to having our student loans forgiven. Not so fast. Headline: Biden administration scales back student loan forgiveness plan as states sue. I think it's just bloody parliamentarian again. I mean, that's parliamentarian
tricks.
These were federal loans that were purchased by private lenders.
Yeah.
And usually when that happens, when like a private financial concern buys someone else's loans, it's fucking pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
It was the same thing like, you know, when you remember the Argentine debt crisis?
Yeah.
It's the same thing where it was like Paul Singer was one of the big guys. Paul Singer, the big Republican donor, just bought like all this Argentinian debt for a fucking pittance. And when you do that, your bet is basically the government is going to force your debtors to pay you back.
Right. On the face value, which you
Yeah.
did not pay to get it.
Yeah.
I guess my question with this is, like, okay, I know like a couple episodes back we were speculating, like, does Mitch McConnell actually want Republicans to win in the midterm elections? Like, is he trying to sabotage the Republicans to sort of strengthen his own hand against the sort of MAGA wing of the party? So I guess my question for this is, does anyone want to win an election?
There's no benefit.
It's just like, is
thing
anyone
is,
trying to actually win an
There
election?
is no longer a benefit really to winning.
Yeah.
I guess not.
There is no, because there used to be spoils that you could distribute as a victor in the American political system, but all of those avenues have been privatized, marketized, and now are captured by whichever pool of capital is able to absorb them, which means you, as an elected official, have no ability to direct that flow anywhere. So you can't really use your office to increase your power. Your power depends on your position within the party structure, which is completely separate from whether or not you're in or out of power. All being in power does is give you a giant headache of now I have to fucking like I have to try to fundraise while being the face of decline and misery. That's bad. Much easier to fundraise when I can blame it on the other side. So we're in this intractable declining situation. There is no incentive to be the one holding the fucking chicken.
Yeah.
So they're just going to throw it back and forth.
Yeah. No.
It's fucking hot
you win the
potato.
election. No, you win the
Yes.
election.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like that fable where this guy gets tricked into buying like a magic box that sends you to hell unless you sell it to somebody for less than what you bought it for.
Yeah.
That's history. Like like Lord of the Rings. That actually happened.
Oh my god. Oh
Happened to a
no.
friend of mine.
Did Christopher Maloney, did she get that box? Oh no.
By the way, if any Chapo listeners would like to purchase a box from me, please DM.
All offers considered.
I remember hearing that story when I was a kid and like getting sad. I was like, oh no, what if you sell it for a penny? That's not fair. What does that guy do? Just like getting about like just an idiotic concept. Like, oh, the box that sends you to hell. You know.
Yeah, it's called the frickin' smartphone.